Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Apollonia Cross, and today we're going to be talking about what is really keeping you from managing your time. So, a lot of customers and a lot of my clients and people who follow me, whenever they're talking about they want to get more time for themselves and that's what they feel is really keeping them from being able to better care of themselves and keep their self-care at the forefront of their focus is they have issues with managing their time better. And I would like to debunk that and really give you three real reasons why you struggle with time management. So, if that is something that you currently struggle with and you're trying to figure out like a better way to help you manage your time better, then maybe these three things that I give you guys today will help you see things in a better light and kind of allow you to get a little bit more real and honest with yourself. All right. So, if you guys are ready to get into this topic with me today, I am super excited. So, as we're hopping on, if this is your first time tuning with me, welcome. My name is Apollonia Cross, and I am a wellness coach who specializes in helping mompreneurs learn how to manage their time and their self-care with through planners and journals so that way they can learn how to manage themselves around their busy family and lifestyle. And so again, going back to time management is not always the issue. There's three big deeper issues to why you struggle with time management. And the first one is you have weak boundaries, okay? So you're probably like, "Wait, how does but how does having weak boundaries affect me from being able to manage my time better?" Well, if you have weak boundaries, then you struggle with telling people no. You also struggle with telling yourself no. Just like you also struggle with telling yourself yes, as well as you also struggle with telling other people yes, right? Like, because you don't actually have boundaries on what you will do or what you won't do, or you're easily swayed by what people think of you. You're easily swayed by how you feel in the moment. And sometimes those things are valid, but you have to you have to have strong boundaries. And sometimes those boundaries need to be reinforced with your why, your reason for even doing something in the place, or a reason for not doing something. Because by having those boundaries in place, you're going to be able to solidly be like, no, I'm not going to do that, no matter what anybody says to you or doesn't say to you. And it's important to have those strong boundaries and to really work on developing the strong boundaries. So that way, when it comes time when you're managing your schedule and something tries to come up and tries to somebody else tries to put something else on your plate, or the kids want to do an extra play date, or you're trying to see, okay, well, I want to get my workout in, but I know that I can probably try to squeeze this in and blah blah blah. You have to have those strong boundaries where you're like, no, I made this commitment and I'm going to keep that commitment because it's important, and that's it. And so once you have that solid within yourself and you're like, no, this is the boundary. I'm not going to, even for example, with staying up late. If you're somebody who struggles with getting to bed on time, then maybe having a firm boundary on when you're going to cut off electronics and reinforcing that with certain activities like on your phone, right? You have there's different ways to help you manage and cut off the Wi-Fi, cut off to dim your phone so that way it reminds you it's time for you to get off of this app. It's time for you to get off of um, your phone in general. Do a full complete detox. But sometimes your boundaries need to be strengthened by not just your why, but also physical aspects to help you remember to reinforce that until you can start strengthening your boundaries yourself. Okay. So that's the first one. Now, the second one is lack of trust. You don't trust yourself enough to hold yourself accountable to keeping the commitment that you're choosing to make or choosing not to make. So in that again, that coincides with the week boundaries. But say you want to start waking up early in the morning, right? Or you're starting, you want to start working out again, or you want to start getting just devotional time or any type of time for yourself, right? You're saying, I'm going to do it between this time and that time. So, say nap time, for example, I'm going to do it from 12 to 2 if your kids nap for about 2 hours, right? And then you're like, that's just not going to work because the kids don't even sleep that long and blah, 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 right? Or I just know something else is going to happen. So it's just blah, 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 right? You automatically talk yourself out of doing something, or you talk yourself into doing something because you don't trust yourself that you're going to be able to hold up to that commitment. And that has to do with so much more work that you have to do into believe and give yourself the chance to actually see what you can do with that time and stick with it. And so working on developing and trusting yourself again. And I feel like this is something that's so important that a lot of us mompreneurs, a lot of us moms in general, we after we have our kids, we give so much of ourselves to our families and our children. And then now, when it's time to do something for us, we doubt ourselves for being able to do it because we know the kids are going to need us and we know we're going to put ourselves on the back burner. And sometimes that's necessary and sometimes it's not. But you have to trust yourself enough to even at least try and work through the feelings that are going to come, the doubts, the insecurities or the nervousness, or sometimes those you not believing that you can do it, that's going to come up. But you have to trust yourself enough to say, it might happen, or it might happen, there's going to be some mistakes, but I'm going to make sure that I get it done, right? Or I'm going to at least put it on my calendar, and I'm going to do my absolute best to make it happen at that time. If something happens, it happens, but I'm still going to trust and put it out there that it's going to happen, and I'm going to put my best foot forward. That's you trusting in yourself, in making that commitment and keeping it to yourself. Okay. And so if you're struggling with that, I understand. This is why building and strengthening that trust through journaling and allowing yourself to realize in the different aspects of life during as you do some self-reflection with yourself and look back at all the things that you did win and that you did do great on, or that you did actually had to think something on the fly and it actually worked out. That's how you can build your trust with yourself. You start to see like, well, I don't always mess up, things do happen well. And that's a beautiful thing about journaling as a form of helping you build your trust, is because you can reflect on the day and you can start going through and realizing where you did have some great wins, and then you start to build that confidence, you start to build that trust again. So but if you're struggling with your time management and making sure you're keeping your commitments to yourself, you got to be able to trust yourself to at least do your best to try. It may not necessarily be perfect, but at least commit to starting it and making it happen for yourself. All right. And so the next thing that you're more than likely struggling with too is lack of self-worth. Now, this one is a big, 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 big one that a lot of us don't realize how much of a damper it really is when it comes to prioritizing our self-care and making sure that we're managing our time in a sense that does value and prioritize our own personal goals and our business goals. And here comes my daughter.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a video. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay.
I'm gonna get water.
Okay, you want to get some water? Yeah, go ahead. So, but yeah, lack of self-worth. And that is a deeper pain point that a lot of us don't necessarily realize is really happening because we're so focused on hitting our goals because our family needs us to hit these goals. We need to hit these goals because our finances, we have to put ourselves on the back burner because my kids need me, my husband needs me, all of these things, right? But what we're actually doing too is we are devaluing our own needs at the expense of everyone else's needs for ourselves. It doesn't matter how much time you allot yourself, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or an entire day or 3 hours. If you do not believe that you are deserving of that time for yourself, you're not going to give yourself that time.
Mommy, I'm
Okay, go sit on the bed. Yeah, go ahead.
Water bottle later.
Okay, you want to sit with me?
No, I want to show her nails.
Oh yeah, we can't show them my nails right now. So my daughter wants to show you guys my nails, and I got my nails done. Thank you, Dad.
They have glitter over them.
Yeah. So, but yeah, guys.
They have car keys.
No car keys. Thank you.
And that's it.
Thank you. So, yeah.
So I don't want to show her.
Okay. This. Thank you. You can sit with me. I need you to be quiet.
Show her this.
Okay. Why don't you be quiet, and then you can sit with me and finish the video, okay?
I'll share with her.
All right. Okay. Ooh, okay.
Hey, look at that.
All right. Thank you. So yeah. So
we got this.
Yeah, we got this too.
I'm from church. They're from church.
We gotta finish it, okay?
Now they're from church.
You gotta finish it.
They're from church.
Okay.
I can't have the lid on me.
You can talk in a minute. Let me finish talking.
My necklace.
Oh, your necklace. Okay, so we're gonna put on your necklace real quick.
No, this is not the necklace.
Okay. All right, but
princess necklace later.
Okay, yep. Later you can wear your princess necklace.
For my birthday party?
Yep, for your birthday party.
Tea party.
Yeah. But yeah,
so
guys.
I'm having a tea party.
Hey, can mommy finish? Let mommy finish, and then
listen.
Let mommy finish,
Mommy,
and then you can tell them about your tea party.
I was
okay. All right, so
my tea party.
Yeah, you can. That's great that you're telling them about your tea party, but mommy has to finish, and then you can tell them.
That's your necklace.
All right.
So your necklace, Mom.
This is the beauty of live video. There's sometimes, no matter how well you plan, there's always going to be the randomness that happens. You want me to wear it? Okay, yeah. There's always going to be the randomness that happens, guys. It is what it is. However, that's enough. Oh, you burped. Excuse you. However, one thing that is for sure. What did I say? That's enough. Thank you. One thing that is for sure. When you have strong boundaries, you commit to things better. So even if you may have to adjust something on your schedule, and that's what happened to me today. Is my son had a doctor's appointment, and it ended up turning into a 30-minute doctor's appointment to 2 hours. Stop. Yeah, we're going to keep it. But it ended up taking us 2 hours out of schedule, and it threw everything else off. So instead of, that's the thing. Thank you. That's enough. So instead of me completely throwing the towel and just quitting on myself, saying I knew that this was going to happen, I knew this and blah, blah, and allow myself to get in my head that way, I did have to adjust some things, but I still remained committed to the action that I was going to do, which was this video for you guys. So if you followed me on my stories, I mentioned that I was going to be talking about this, about struggling with time management, because we cannot control the things that happen around us. However, the only thing that we do have full control over is the things that we choose to do and the things that we choose not to do. And we do also have control over how we choose to use our time. Because at the end of the day, it is our time. So when you reinforce and acknowledge that this is my time. Mommy, not right now. Give me a minute. Thank you.
At the electric cabin, when you tell your mom and your pop and your dad and your sister and my grandma. You needed to walk the electric.
Okay.
So you did tell your mom and my grandma.
Yeah. Okay. Shh. Thank you. Hey, thank you. But yeah, so the crazy is going to happen. Okay. It's gonna happen. But I'm still focusing more on staying committed to the action versus the actual time slot, because one, I respect. I understand that that my time is my time. And even though she is definitely disrespecting a boundary because it's past her bedtime, I'm still staying committed to doing this for myself. And sometimes, even when it's a workout, as distracting, that's enough. I know. Even as distracting as it is, these are those moments where you have to push through. You have to push through and make it happen. Yes. Yes. And then when you realize why things went off or didn't go as well, then you can start working on making those adjustments. I love you too.
Please can have my family YouTube Saturday. I'm here Saturday.
But yeah, guys. So again, as I'm wrapping up, because I do need to get her back in bed because it didn't happen that well. The day got completely thrown off. But again, I was staying committed to making sure that I did this video. But again, just to recap, the 3 things that are holding you back from managing your time better is number 1, you have weak boundaries. So working through strengthening your boundaries by reinforcing those with a stronger purpose and a stronger why. Honey,
I just see your teeth, Mom.
I see your teeth too. But a stronger purpose and a stronger why, as well as reinforcing them with physical things to help you, is going to help you strengthen your boundaries. Work on rebuilding your trust with yourself by doing some journaling and recognizing the wins that you have been making. The wins that you have been doing, the wins you have been making. That's enough. Thank you. And then also work on building your self-worth. And by doing, I love to do this through different journaling prompts, and different self-care practices by getting back into recognizing who you are and who you were before the kids came about.
I got book.
Can you say excuse me?
Excuse me.
Okay. So getting back to learning who you were before the kids and all the chaos happened, and remembering who you were in that strength and working on being that now and being okay with that. And that's going to allow you to strengthen who you are and get you to help you start respecting your time a lot better. So that way you're not overcommitting yourself and you're not over promising yourself to other people as well. You're learning how to acknowledge and prioritize the time that you need for yourself to recover, refresh, rejuvenate, or whatever you need to do. And then when you have more time available, then everyone else can go ahead. You can start saying yes to other people. But practice putting yourself as a priority first. Stop. And then other people can start.
I will.
But, all right, you guys. That is it for tonight.
So I don't want to tell him.
And before we head out, she wants to tell you guys something. You're going to help me close? Mm-hmm. Okay. What are you going to tell them?
My tea party.
Oh yeah, and we're planning her tea party at
and did a Bapanda tea party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's super excited.
I got a Bapanda necklace and a Bapanda friend. Now, but that Bapanda.
Yeah, so she's super excited for her Rapunzel, her princess tea party for her birthday in a couple weeks.
I have an Encanto birthday party.
Yeah, so we're in full birthday party planning mode. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to keep you on long. But thanks again for hanging out with me live, and I will catch you guys later. You want to say goodbye to everybody?
No, what's your birthday party?
My birthday is coming up.
No, what's my birthday party?
Say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, don't forget, post #replay if you guys watch the full thing.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Bye.
Bye.